How's it going, Tony?
Not bad.
Good.
Hiya, how are you? Well, a lot of coaching. I mean, really, there's plenty of time, and we just won a game the week before with 46 seconds left to go in the game and no timeouts, and went quite a distance to be able to put it in. The game is 60 minutes long, and we found we found a way to get some momentum, and we ran a kickoff back 60-some yards in a kicking game when Blackman did that, and I believe we got 3 off of that one, if I'm not mistaken. And then it just kind of steamrolled from there, and the offense fed off the kick return. The defense fed off of the offense moving the ball, and it's a whole team thing. And the players were just they never stopped believing. Those kids just never ever stopped believing.
It was awesome to have 2 straight comebacks, but I just one more thing. We need to take one game at a time. Like I said last week, we can be in Jacksonville one game at a time.
Okay, let's just forget about Jacksonville right now. Worry about the Carter Finley Stadium on Saturday at 12 noon. But you're right. But there's a lot of other teams in the same boat. But it's good to be in a position that we're in right now.
All right, Zach, somebody's honking their horn at you. I think you better go on green there. You don't like those traffic jams down in Sanford. Russ and Goldsboro, please hang on. We'll be getting to your...
You had a former player helping you that Thursday night too, didn't you? A former player helping Thursday night?
Sonatrol is proud to present the Offensive Lineman of the Week. Each week during the season, one player will be selected as the Sonatrol Offensive Lineman of the Week. Coach, how difficult is it to pick one guy from that Florida State game?
Very. That's why we're going to pick the whole daggone line.
All right.
The whole line is just unbelievable. It all starts up front, and everything you do. And the offensive line again has been a really bright spot. It reminds me of the line we had back in '02 when we had the 2 big tackles, and you had Riggs at one spot and Burton at tight end, and we had some people in there that really were tough. Jed was in the middle, and the chemistry was there. The chemistry.
Yeah, continuity is so important with an offensive line now. The other night, more and more really over the last few games, we've seen Mears Green, and he played some right tackle the other night. What does he bring to your team? He's just a redshirt sophomore.
And he was a walk-on. He came there and he's probably lost about.
Doing coming in tough.
Great.
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Congratulations on the season so far. In first place right now in the division.
Thank you.
Gonna call and ask you about a redshirt freshman you got, Alan Michael Cash. Made a huge tackle the other night. I don't know if he's gonna get any more playing time this season.
I don't know why he hasn't. He's played in every game we've been in. I mean, he's played in every game that we've had. On that last drive, I looked out there, and there was not just one, but there were 3 freshmen on the defensive line. There was Willie Young was at one end, Alan Michael was at one tackle, and he had a tackle for a loss. And I kid him, I call him Don Larson, but Ted Larson was another redshirted freshman playing the other tackle, and he had a sack on that last sequence. And they're 2 youngsters that you'll hear an awful lot about.
And Alan Michael Cash made a big tackle right before the interception, stopped the running back behind the line of scrimmage, and he was out there in prime time. And Coach, at those end-of-game situations, when a team's trying to catch up with you and they're in no huddle, they're throwing the ball on every down, rushing the passer requires a lot of energy. Is that an important time for you to be able to shuttle some fresh guys in there when you have an opportunity to do so?
Yeah, yes, without a doubt. It is, and we're getting to a point where sometimes we did last year, we're trying to do it this year, but there's a bunch of youngsters in here, whether they're starters or not. The fresher they are, the better they are. And, a fresh second stringer is better than a tired first stringer.
All right, we're going to get back to the phones now for Brian in Monk's Corner, South Carolina. Hey, Brian.
All right. I haven't talked to you in a while, Coach.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, man. Got season tickets up there, and at the new red zone, I really love it a lot, and the excitement has been tremendous.
Well, thank you. It's a gorgeous place, and you people did a great job last week. Our players thank all of the fans, and you were one of them. Keep it up.
A couple of things, Coach. First of all, you were talking about A.J. Davis earlier. I'll never forget meeting him at one of the Wolfpack meetings early in the season when he was a freshman. When he made his decision, he originally was going to go with North Carolina. He decided to go with us, and got to meet him. And he's a tremendous young man. And to see him come back from this injury like he has, and I agree with you, he has played extremely well.
He really has. And again, that's that confidence. He's been around.
Tonight's winner of a gift basket from the North Carolina Peanut Growers and North Carolina Cotton Producers. He receives a 100% cotton T-shirt and a bag of North Carolina peanuts. He brought up retro. Speaking of retro, we mentioned that Wake Forest, this would be you weren't there. And Wake Forest comes to town, 12 noon kickoff, 11 a.m. airtime on the Wolfpack Sports Network. Back to the phones we go now. Hello, Mark in Kernersville. How are you?
Fine, doing good.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on a great win against Florida State.
You're welcome, and we've got to put that one behind us.
Yes, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, we all need to. The players need to, and but it was an outstanding win. Anytime you beat that team, because they are the team. They are the team in the league, and that's the one that everybody's chasing.
But they wasn't the team on Thursday night.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We really played well. They played well, and again, I'm sure it was a great game to watch in the stands. It was a great game to watch on television, and it got us an awful lot of exposure out there and all over America.
Yes, it did. Coach, I know that Wake Forest plays on artificial turf, and my question was, do you think that could give the Pack an edge on Saturday, or does that really make a difference with the new turf that they have today?
Well, that new turf that they have is almost like it's not artificial. It's not like the old artificial turf, and what they call it, field turf.
Field turf, yes.
And it's as close to grass as you could want. In fact, there is actually some grass involved in it, and I don't think that's going to have any effect one way or the other. I really don't. They resodded and put ryegrass on the stadium, on our practice fields a week and a half ago, and it was, to make it look real green, as the cool weather comes along, and that can be slick. I know when I was at Florida State, we would come up here and play, and the ryegrass was there. We'd slip all over the place. And the other night there was some slippage as well, but that's on both sides.
Everybody has to play on the same field.
Yeah, you got it. And you're exactly right. We can't push a button when we have the football or run when they do, because we have to play on the same turf.
I actually walked on the field at Wake Forest when they were putting that turf in. I work in Winston-Salem. I was riding by there one day and they were putting it in, so I just stopped and acted like I owned the place and walked out there. And I was amazed at how it felt.
Well, Mark, maybe you do own a place up there. Who knows?
Well, I found out if you act like you know what you're doing, a lot of times people don't ask you questions.
They thought you were Ron Wellman.
Well, good luck on Saturday, Coach, and I'm looking forward to it, and I thank you for taking my call.
Well, you're very welcome. Call back.
Mark, thanks for your call. Let's see what Joe's up to tonight. Joe, right here from the capital city in Raleigh. Hey, Joe.
Yes, good evening, and thanks for taking my call. And Coach, it's an honor to talk to you. And although I didn't go to NC State, I'm a big Pack fan, and I was at both of the recent games, Boston College and Florida State, and those were incredible wins.
You need 2 tickets for the next one?
Well, I don't know that if you all, the stands, as far as I could see, were totally full, and I don't know if there are 2 extra tickets anywhere on the planet.
If you're 2-0, I'll find you 2.
I appreciate that, Coach. And could I just make a quick suggestion? I had an unusual perspective in these 2 games. I'm a volunteer usher, a guy with the yellow shirt, okay? Mm-hmm. And I worked the student section, and I'm not a student, I'm an old guy, but I felt sorry for the students because the seating situation did not seem to be thought out. And I'm not trying to be critical at all, it's certainly not your job, but we were sending kids, the students, back and forth, this section to that section. Great, the attendance was great, but kids had seats for specific seats, and yet it was supposedly general admission. And I just would encourage whoever figures that out to take another look at it, the seating for the students. Mm-hmm. Am I making sense? I hope I am.
Well, yeah, it does make sense. And, but you know what? They don't know what's going on. I mean, they do know what's going on, but they're just happy. They started with the first come, first serve, and they stormed their seats, and it was just great to see the student section filled up before the players came out and everything else, and then they're looking for their squeeze sitting over in the next section, and so that stuff can happen. They're young now. You have to put yourself back in their age group, all right?
I know, and well, it was great seeing so many kids, so many students, and the stands were just electric, both of those games. It was incredible, especially the last game, Florida State. But anyhow, good luck, Wake. Wake's a pretty tough team.
Yes, they really are. They're a very, very, very athletic and physical team, and a very mature football team, as we mentioned earlier.
They are. So I know the Pack is not going to look past Wake Forest.
We can't look past yesterday.
Anyhow, Coach, I love going to the games. I'm going to be working some more games. I'm not critical at all of the student situation. It was just sort of in flux, and it wasn't clear where the students were supposed to sit after a certain point. So I don't know what the answer is.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate it. If you'd like to join us, we got a few minutes remaining on tonight's Chuck Amato Show, 1-800-849-6278. That's our toll-free number. Or locally, it's 890-6278. Don't go away. We'll be back with more of the Chuck Amato Show after this 2-minute break on the Wolf. At a time, so if you can make it brief, thank you.
Yes, hello, Coach. I just want to congratulate you on the last couple of games. And I got my 4-year-old daughter, Emma Casey, here, and she's a big fan. I think you met her in Greensboro at the Wolfpack Caravan dinner. She just wanted to say something to you, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Chuck?
Yes?
You're the best coach ever.
Thank you. Can you call off the News and Observer?
Tim and Wilson, we've got a couple of minutes left. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Tony.
How are you this evening?
Great. Coach, just want to congratulate you on the big win the other night. And I just tuned it in late, got out of church and just happened to catch it on the way home, wanted to call in. And I wanted to say it seemed like, the fans, the towels, pom-pom, I've heard all this stuff in the paper last, days or so about what created energy. I thought those kids just had exuded energy that whole game, and the fans just fed off of it. And I go back to what you said several times to us, over the last 7 years, that it seemed like for that game, we played to win and not played to lose. And for the last 61 minutes that our team has had, I think that is so obvious that we have came out and the defense has been aggressive, the offense has been aggressive. We've thrown the book at it, we've thrown the ball downfield, and we're like, hey, this is really, if you want to be honest, this is the Florida State of old at NC State. We're going to come at you, we're going to give you 60 minutes, and we're going to throw everything at you, whether you like it or not. When we walk off the field, you got up that shot.
Well, that's the way it should be. And again, our players feed off the fans feed off the players, and that's what makes it so great. And we can never stop. If one group is down, the other group's got to pick them up, and that's what I'm telling you, that's what will make this one of the toughest stadiums in the country to play in.
All right, Tim. Well, we're going to squeeze in one more call. It's a priority call. Peggy, we got only a minute. Let her rip.
Hi, Chuck.
Who's this?
I'm Florida with my new grandson, with our new grandson.
I was just going to say, you're a new grandson. That's why you had me send you the check, sir. Have my name on.
We won't be there, but we wish you lots of good luck, babe.
Thank you.
From me and the Moon family.
We love you too. Thanks,
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Well, I mean, what more needs to be said after that?
Can you call him?
Well, Chuck, good luck on Saturday against Wake Forest. A very good football team. And the way things have been going at Carter Finley Stadium this year, bring your doctor's note and the nitro and everything else, right?
Yeah, but and again, everyone is just one win, and it was a great win. And this league is so daggone tough, and just come on out and help us. And I know you will, and we appreciate it. We'll have that walk of chance. You'll be at the Murphy Center, and get there. And I know it's tough to get up early, but do it. Make the commitment. Make the commitment, because we all have to. Thank you.
Okay, you've heard it, fans. Coach Chuck Amato. Studios in Raleigh. Don't forget.